Well, welcome back everyone. If you can't tell from that little intro there, we were off at the Arena Games in London this weekend, so I'll get into that later. I was on Saturday, but let's get back to the start of the week. This is week 4 of the 6-week training block into Outlaw Nottingham Half. If you can hear some lullabies in the background, that is because I have a baby next to me who I'm trying to stop from waking up. So if I get copyright strikes for the music in the background, I'll be very annoyed. But anyway, on to this week's training. So on Monday we were still up in Yorkshire, so I managed to sneak in one more open water swim, which was good. This time we did 2 loops. Didn't feel as bad this time, didn't feel as cold, so maybe we had sort of got used to it. But I think once you know what the initial shock's going to be like, you do get over it quite quickly. So had all the gear on again, 2 tri-suits, a thermal upper layer, and then my sleeveless wetsuit with the booties, gloves and the neoprene cap that you get. That makes a massive difference, the cap. If you are planning on doing any open water swimming in the cold towards the end of the year or at the start of the year, I highly recommend one of those caps, they are good. Following that we were... before that, I actually ended up doing a run in the morning. Yeah, I did. I did a 60-minute run, 12k, nice and easy, just around the local lanes up in Yorkshire. So that was good. And then we headed off the swim. So then on Tuesday, I ended up doing, because we were back home, I did my usual sort of interval bike session, except this time I actually incremented the intervals. So instead of doing 5 and 2.5 minutes at different wattages, one easy, one harder, I did 6 minutes and 3 minutes, so now each rep is 9 minutes. I did that 5 times, so it was just over an hour and 10 minutes. And then I actually went out for a little trail run with some friends, just around the trails around us, so that was nice, just an hour. Another 12k done. On Wednesday I was supposed to do a brick, but I did absolutely no training, which is not good when you're actually training for 2 Ironmans, or potentially 2 Ironmans in the space of a month or 3 weeks. So having a day off, I don't think it's a very good idea, to be honest. Should have done something easy, really. On to Thursday, me and my friend Tom actually ran to the swimming pool, so it's 9k there, 9k back, so 50 minutes there, 50 minutes back. And then I did my key swim endurance, which was ended up being the 1900 metres, the 70.3 distance, which I managed in just over 40 minutes, so 40 minutes and 20 seconds, which for me, if I were to do that in an event, would be like a minute PB. I'm hoping to break 40 at Outlaw, I really am, because I was swimming quite easy there. I think if I put a bit more effort in, I could just get a 39 something. Then on to Friday, I ended up doing an interval session on a bike, because it's been a long time since I've done one of these, mainly because I sort of missed that session. It's quite an easy session to do, actually, 30 seconds on with sort of around 2 minutes break off that. I was trying to hit 460 watts, I did 12 reps. But I've missed the session, but also as well, I think it helps as well to make my sweet spot work feel a little bit easier if I've done some efforts well above my sweet spot wattage, or my 70.3 race target power, which is around sort of 240 watts. So I think efforts at the 460 plus, it does make you feel like the 240 is a little bit easier. So that's why I did that. But that was it for Friday, and then on to Saturday, I went outside on my bike. Yes, you heard that right, I did go outside and ended up doing nearly 2.5 hours. But I actually combined 2 sessions here. So this was my long ride, actually 3 sessions, an outdoor ride, a long ride, and my sweet spot effort. So I ended up doing an uphill effort from, well, unless you live in the area you won't know, but Redbourne up to Dunstable Downs. So it's pretty much all uphill. I was expecting it to take around 20 minutes, and I was going to do it 3 times and then sort of roll back down. But it actually took closer to 30. It was 28 minutes at my race power. I did, I think my 2 efforts were 240 watts and 230 watts. And it took almost as long to get back down again, so it was quite a long session. I was expecting to do it 3 times rather than twice, but like I say, just under 2.5 hours. It was 65k, so it was good to be outside on the bike. I did actually enjoy that. Following that, I did a little bit of recovery work, foam rolling, and then And then in the Saturday afternoon, we actually headed over to the London Aquatic Centre, I think it is, part of the London Olympic stuff, because we went to watch the Arena Games London. Interestingly as well, while I was waiting in Pret to get a couple of flapjacks, I had Beth Potter stood next to me. So wished her luck. It didn't turn out that well for her in the end, did it? But Georgia also got a nice photo with her. I also saw Tim Don walking around, the presenters, all that sort of stuff. There's quite a lot of big triathlete names there. But yeah, the event was actually really good fun. I do think it can get a little bit awkward actually the way it's done, because they disabled drafting in Zwift, because I think what they're starting to find is that slower swimmers, if they don't make the front pack, basically have no chance of winning. Like Alex Yee just gets dropped off the back pretty much every week. But then this week, because someone was so much faster in the swim, it was impossible for a pack to then catch up to them on the bike. So you knew by halfway through the first round that Bo Gran was going to win quite convincingly. She was the fastest swimmer, the fastest biker and the fastest runner, and you knew that after round one there was no way anyone was going to catch her. So you've had sort of the reverse of the problem there. Without the draft on the bike, the packs couldn't catch up to someone who'd gone off the front. And then I guess the other way around is that people who missed the front pack when drafting is on also lose out. So. But yeah, the event was really good fun. It was very hot in the arena, but it's a swimming pool, isn't it? But yeah, it was great fun to watch. Really exciting, really enjoyed it. I'll definitely be going to the next one if they do one next year. Hopefully there'll be some more big names, because I think on the men's side, the women's side was pretty stacked, but on the men's side there weren't really that many big names. So it'd be good to see some more of them there next year. But, yeah. Anywho. On to Sunday, another bit of a sort of letdown Sunday was. Ended up repeating my interval session, aero intervals. Again, I incremented the intervals, followed by some more recovery work, foam rolling. So, I mean, this week I've done around 11 hours of training. That was 2 swims, I think 4 bikes, and 4 runs as well. The run to the swim and back, I'll put it as 1 run, but yeah, so I think it was 2 swims, 4 bikes and 4 runs. The disappointing thing is I didn't do a long run, I didn't do a brick, and I didn't do a run speed session because of the trail run on Tuesday rather than a club. But yeah, like I say, it's 11 hours. It's better. It's dropped down an hour, but not as far as the second week where I dropped down to around 8 hours. So not too bad in the end, but we're getting close to the end of this 6-week block. So next week will be week 5 of 6. The plan next week is to make sure I can do the key swim is going to be 2k in the lake, open water. I'm hoping it's not too cold, because I don't really want to wear too many layers. It's quite restrictive, difficult to get up to pace and stuff like that when you've got like 4 layers on. Another key session is going to be the brick session. So this time I'm classing it as a medium intensity, so I'm going to go sort of 50 minutes on the bike at a good intensity, jump off and then do a 30-minute run. Should be able to hit 7k, which will be just outside my pace, hopefully for Outlaw Half. Yeah, and then hopefully another outdoor long ride as well with some sweet spot work. I did quite like combining those 2 sessions. It made it a little bit easier to get that done. So yeah, hopefully week 5 will increase the intensity, keep the hours up to around 12 hopefully as well, and then running into the final week 6 after that. So yeah, if you've enjoyed this video, smash that like button, click subscribe if you want to see week 6, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.